Blessing is an only child of her wealthy parents, Mr. and Mrs. Owens. Mr. and Mrs. Owens were so wealthy, they had numerous companies all over the world. Blessing, as an only child, was automatically the owner of the numerous companies. As a privileged only child, Blessing had the best of things in life. Blessing graduated from the university and her parents decided to hand her over most of the companies. Blessing had a cousin sister. Her name was Favor. Favor and Blessing were more like twins because they have always been together since childhood. Blessing loved Favor, her cousin sister, with all her heart. Growing up, Michael, Blessing's classmate, has always loved Blessing, but time and class made them apart. Michael, Blessing, and Favor attended same secondary school, which Michael was privileged because he attended that secondary school with scholarship. One day, as luck may shine, Michael and Blessing met while Michael was job hunting. Michael and Blessing quickly recognized each other, and Michael gave Blessing a warm hug. Michael and Blessing started talking, and Michael told Blessing that he was job hunting. Blessing asked Michael to bring his CV so she will know what to do to help him. The next day, without hesitation, Michael went to Blessing's office and gave her his CV. Michael was more than qualified for the job, and because of this, Michael got the job with good pay. Michael was so happy that finally his intelligence had started paying off. Blessing had a challenge, which was her eyes. She was involved in an accident when she was younger. This accident affected her sight. The doctors already advised that a surgery at that tender age wasn't advisable, and she can actually go for the surgery later in life. This made Blessing always wear glasses. Blessing's cousin Favor, on the other hand, was also working in one of the companies. One day, Blessing and Favor were together in a restaurant when a young, tall, handsome man named Kingsley walked up to them. Favor immediately recognized Kingsley. Kingsley was a businessman. Favor introduced Kingsley to Blessing, and for Blessing, it was love at first sight. They had this chemistry together which was very strong. Favor was sure that she has fallen in love. Their love was so blossoming that few weeks later, Kingsley asked Blessing to marry him. Blessing quickly accepted and they got married. Blessing and Kingsley became the talk of the town. The marriage used to set example to young and intending couples. Blessing and Kingsley's love grew stronger. 3 years later, and Blessing is yet to conceive. This was bothering her so much, especially the fact that the doctor affirmed that she was the cause of their childlessness. The doctor said that her eggs were bad, but her husband, being a supportive husband, never complained. In fact, Blessing's husband will always console Blessing, saying a miracle may still happen. Blessing was sitting in her office, feeling empty and depressed, that she had to open up to Michael about it. Michael suggested to Blessing to go and see another doctor to confirm if truly the fault is from hers. Blessing was angry and immediately shut Michael up and said that Michael was just jealous because she chose Kingsley over him, Michael. Michael just wanted to help Blessing out of her misery, but then he was misunderstood. Blessing went ahead to ask Michael to leave his office. Michael was confused. He just gave an honest suggestion. So why is Blessing blaming him? Michael didn't pay much attention to what Blessing was saying. After all, the love Blessing had for Kingsley made her not to think straight again. Michael, on the other hand, simply gave a suggestion and he didn't even feel bad, even though the suggestion wasn't well taken. After a while, Blessing's sight became worse. She wanted to take the bold step of doing the eye surgery. The doctor already told her that the success of the eye surgery was 50-50 and that they can only hope for a positive result. By the time Kingsley By this time, Kingsley wasn't really paying attention to his wife Blessing again. Blessing told Favour her fears and how Kingsley wasn't helping in any way to make sure she has a successful eye surgery. Favour calmed Blessing down and simply told her that she was overthinking things. Favour went ahead to tell Blessing to calm down, that maybe Kingsley was just stressed. Blessing had no option but to confide in Michael about her predicament. Michael told Blessing to go for the eye surgery, but it must be in a new hospital. Blessing accepted and she went to the said hospital with Michael. When they got to the hospital, they met with the doctor, who conducted a series of tests on Blessing. The doctor confirmed that Blessing needed surgery as soon as possible because if she doesn't go for the surgery, she will eventually become blind in no time. Blessing went home and told her husband that she wanted to travel and do the surgery. Kingsley accepted and took Blessing to his own recommended hospital. Blessing was angry. She left Kingsley and went to the hospital that Michael recommended. Blessing was equally shocked seeing how her lovely husband Kingsley was furious because she decided not to choose the hospital he recommended. Blessing didn't mind as long as she got positive results. Blessing called her cousin Favour, but Favour said she couldn't come because she had to travel to go see her parents. Blessing didn't want to involve her aged parents because they will die of overthinking. In case anything went wrong, Blessing decided to call Michael. Michael, without hesitation or wasting time, arrived to the said hospital. While in the hospital, Michael suggested to Blessing to equally conduct the fertility test to be sure of what the previous doctor said about her eggs. Blessing accepted the idea and the test was conducted. Blessing's surgery was successful. She was so happy that she wanted to call her husband immediately, but was advised not to make calls by the doctor. The doctor also told her that her fertility results were out and that she, Blessing, had healthy eggs and as well nothing wrong with her. All she needed was a healthy sperm. Blessing was shocked and confused hearing this revelation because she was always told that she could not conceive. Blessing called Michael, and when Michael came, Blessing narrated everything to Michael, including her surprise and shock finding out that she had healthy eggs. Michael knows a deeper secret, so when Blessing was busy talking, Michael didn't say a word. Michael just told Blessing to hold herself and the secret was revealed. Michael told Blessing that her lovely husband Kingsley was having an affair with her cousin Favour. Blessing was surprised and shocked. How could you say that? Why are you lying against my husband? Is it because I choose him over you? Michael smiled and said no, that he saw the both of them in the supermarket and he saw them kissing. Michael went ahead to show Blessing evidence. In fact, he suggested to Blessing that she should allow him to go and mount cameras all over their house in order to get evidence herself. Blessing shouted at Michael and called him a home destroyer. Michael also reminded Blessing how she was tagged barren while she had healthy eggs. This singular word resetted Blessing's brain. Blessing accepted and told Michael that he can go ahead and mount the cameras, but then they need to plan it, that he can do it the day her husband and cousin will not be at home. They both agreed. Shortly after Michael left, Kingsley and Favor came to visit Blessing at the hospital. The doctor came and announced to them that Blessing was now permanently blind. Favor shouted in disbelief and was consoling Blessing. Kingsley joined in the consolation. Blessing was discharged at the hospital and was taken home by her husband. By this time, Blessing's plan with Michael has already become a success because Michael has gone to install the cameras. Finally, Blessing went home. She was still sitting in the sitting room with her dark glasses when Kingsley and Favor started kissing. She was shocked but kept her cool. Thank goodness that Michael had already told her and warned her about Kingsley and Favor affair. She called on Favor, who ignored her, and they both tiptoed to the master's bedroom and had sex. This continued for weeks, and unknowingly to them, Blessing can see them and as well was recording them. Favor and Kingsley decided that it was time to end Blessing's life, but first they must make her sign her properties to one of them. Kingsley accepted her plans. After Blessings watched these particular video clips, she knew that it was time to call it a game over. Blessing called Michael and told him everything. They quickly called the police, but before the police came, Favor and Kingsley were having serious heated arguments. Blessing and Michael, who was already at Blessing's house, asked them what the problem was. At first, they didn't want to say a word, but Favor's anger was too much. Favor quickly opened up and told Blessing that Kingsley is not a good man, that Kingsley was married with 4 children. Kingsley only married her, Blessing, in order to divorce her later and take her properties. Kingsley shouted on Favor and said that Favor was just jealous that he didn't marry her. It was then revealed that Kingsley and Favor were lovers. On hearing this, Kingsley expected Favor to react, but Favor kept her cool. After all, Favor already knew. In all the chaos going on in Blessing and Michael and Kingsley's house, Blessing was calm. Then Blessing opened up and told them that she wasn't blind. She went further to tell them that she already knew that they had plans to unalive her and take her properties. Kingsley and Favor were shocked, and they knew that it was game over. Favor also went ahead and told Kingsley and Favor that she wasn't blind, and she also knew that her eggs were healthy. In fact, it was Kingsley that did the vasectomy that made him unable to impregnate any woman. Blessing did not even cry at all. This actually made Kingsley and Favor uncomfortable. They were still talking and shedding crocodile tears, begging Blessing to please forgive them, that it was his devil. They were crying when the police came. The police entered and arrested Kingsley and Favor for conspiracy and attempted murder. Well, they were taken to the police, and from there they were both jailed. Blessing and Michael were happy. Michael pleaded with Blessing to please marry him. Blessing told him that she needed some time to think about it, that she was not in a hurry to marry. After a year, Blessing decided to settle down with Michael. Blessing and Michael's first pregnancy resulted to triplets, 2 boys and a girl. Michael told Blessing that it was time for them to stop giving birth, but Blessing refused, saying that life as an only child wasn't easy, hence she needed plenty children. After all, money was never an issue. Blessing became pregnant for the second time and gave birth again to twins. This time she gave birth to twin girls, making them have 5 kids. Few years later, they gave birth to one more child, a baby boy, making them have 6 children in total. This time, they knew it was time to call it game over. They needed to stop giving birth because they were okay with 6 children. Michael and Blessing lived happy ever after with their children, growing in a family filled with love and both parents that love them and that can go to any mile or length to take very good care of them. As for Kingsley and Favor, they remained in jail and they'll be staying in jail for a very long time because it was a very heartbreaking videos when it was played. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, subscribe on your notification bell so by post new videos you'll be notified. Please kindly share my videos and please do not skip ads in case it pops up, okay? I'll see you on my next one. Bye guys.